One of my favorite things about producing tabletop Pokemon TCG videos is the ability to show off awesome new strategies from Japan before the cards hit the shelves internationally, like Darkrai VSTAR and Lucario VSTAR. We're not going to be getting these cards for months here in the United States, but these cards look really fun to play with, so I got my hands on some, and I'm going to be showcasing a match between Darkrai VSTAR and Lucario VSTAR in today's video. Which card do you think is going to win? Darkrai VSTAR has the Dark Pulse attack, which does 30 damage plus 30 more damage for each darkness energy you have in play. And getting extra darkness energy into play is no problem at all with the help of cards like Arceus VSTAR and its Trinity Nova attack, or Galarian Moltres V with its Dire Flame Wings ability. Darkrai VSTAR also has access to the recently reprinted Dark Patch, which is an item card that allows you to accelerate a darkness energy from your discard pile to one of your bench darkness type Pokemon. Darkrai VSTAR loves Dark Patch, especially because of this Star Abyss ability, which allows you to get 2 item cards from your discard pile and place them into your hand. This allows you to play up to 6 Dark Patch in a single game, an incredibly powerful combination. I'm really excited about this Darkrai VSTAR deck, and I'm going to be piloting it in today's video. My buddy Zeely is going to be playing Lucario VSTAR. Lucario VSTAR has 2 awesome attacks. Its first attack, Fighting Knuckle, does 120 damage plus 120 more damage if the defending Pokemon is a Pokemon V, and almost all of the best attackers in the Pokemon TCG are Pokemon V. So you're going to be doing 240 damage most of the time with Fighting Knuckle. With the help of Choice Belt, that's 270 damage for just a Fighting and 2 colorless energy, which one-hit KOs my Darkrai VSTAR. So things can get a little tough in this matchup. And then Lucario VSTAR's Aura Star attack does 70 damage times the amount of energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon for just 1 fighting and 1 colorless energy. Since Darkrai VSTAR is a deck that tries to get a ton of energy into play, this VSTAR attack is going to be really good against my deck. I'm really stoked to show off these decks in action, but before we get to the gameplay, I want to show you how I was able to import these cards directly from Japan. Buyee.jp is a proxy shipping service that allows you to order products like your favorite Pokemon cards directly from Japan and get them shipped anywhere in the world. Buyee is a trusted and reliable service within the industry and one that I would definitely recommend giving a try. You can create an account with the link in the description below and receive a coupon code for 2,000 yen off your first purchase, which is about $17. Thank you so much for checking out Buyee.jp, and huge thanks to Buyee for sponsoring this YouTube video. Now, let's get to the gameplay. It's really funny having both Arceus VSTAR and Darkrai VSTAR in the deck because you have to choose between both of their very powerful VSTAR powers, right? You've got Darkrai VSTAR's power, Star Abyss, which allows you to get 2 item cards from the discard pile into your hand, or you have Arceus VSTAR's VSTAR power, Starbirth, which allows you to get any 2 cards you want from your deck. And it feels to me like choosing between Computer Search and Dowsing Machine in expanded format.
Yep.
But what's hilarious is that you get to pick mid-game.
Yes.
So that's like really cool. You would think that it wouldn't be great, having competing VSTAR powers, but I actually love having competing VSTAR powers because it just gives you more options throughout the game. If you don't need to use your Arceus VSTAR's Starbirth to set up, then you can use Star Abyss later in the game and have a very explosive finish with, a 5th or a 6th Dark Patch. It's really, really cool. I'm going to attach double turbo energy to my Arceus V, bench Darkrai V, and I'll pass it on over to you.
Draw for turn. Quick ball.
Ooh, that Zapdos is definitely a menace for my deck to deal with. But your deck also runs Path to the Peak, so what's nice is when you are attacking with the Zapdos, you can't also play Path.
Correct.
And Path is pretty good against my deck. As we see, we've got Galarian Moltres has an ability. Obviously, both Arceus VSTAR and Darkrai VSTAR's VSTAR powers are, abilities.
Air Balloon. Path.
Oof.
Marnie.
Oof. Early Marnie Path can be devastating. So I'm hoping that we draw out of it. I did have a research in my hands. No sweats. We're good to go. I do really love that in Japan they have a lot of non-holo options to play, and I definitely am someone who prefers playing with non-holographic cards because they just wear better when you're competing, I have found. I'll draw for turn. They wear a little bit better when you're competing because they don't curve or anything like that. They just all lay very flat, so I definitely like that. I'm going to Ultra Ball away to Darkness Energy and search my deck for probably, can't use any of my abilities right now, probably the Arceus VSTAR, and we are going to hope that off of this research, I am able to find a Stadium card or a Switch and a Darkness Energy. Getting energy into the discard pile is very good for this deck because you can use Dark Patch to recharge it. You can use Galarian Moltres to recharge it. As we have right here, a Dark Patch. Dark Patch getting a reprint is very exciting for a lot of players. I think that, Dark Patch was originally from Dark Explorers almost 10 years ago.
Actually, 10 years ago.
Actually, 10 years ago? That's crazy. Man, Dark Patch was a really good card for a long time in the Pokemon TCG. And it's pretty exciting to see it come back. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Unfortunately, was not able to find that Stadium card. So that Path to the Peak is going to stick. And I am not going to be able to use any of my V-Star powers or anything like that. I can attach for turn, but without access to a switch to be able to attack with my Arceus, we're just kind of chilling here. So I think that I'm going to attach to this Darkrai, and I'm going to Quick Ball away this Ultra Ball. Take a look. Jubilife would have been really good there so that I could start getting some things going. I think I'll go get the Greninja just to have it. Thin it out of the deck. Now I can't use it because Path to the Peak shuts down all rule box Pokemon. But still a good option to have, and also thins the deck. So we'll do that. And then it's looking like it's just going to be a pass for me.
Draw for turn. Evolve to Lucario VSTAR. And Marnie.
Okay, cool. That's good. Definitely needed that. I'll get 4 cards.
Choice Band. Quick Ball.
Yep. I really love the non-holo Cyrus Boss's Orders as well. Those came in the Lucario VSTAR and Darkrai VSTAR battle decks. They look really slick.
I love me a nice non-holo card.
Oh, I know. I mean, it's just like whatever the artwork is. I mean, the non-holo Beaverells, we do get some,
Beaverell for 4.
Yep. We do get some non-holo cards, when they come in the like the build and battle kits, the Beaverell non-holo. I always go for the non-holo build and battle kit cards.
Gritty Pickaxe.
Yep.
Gritty Pickaxe. Gritty Pickaxe.
Is that the third one you played?
Yep.
Oh, man. That's sick. Did you whiff all 3?
Yeah, I did.
That's sick. Now, this deck does play a Rangaroo to be able to stack your deck.
Switch.
Okay.
And Primate Wisdom.
Sure.
And then I will attack with his attack for knockout.
Dang, dude. All right. That is tough. So Zealy is going to take the first knockout of the game and go down to just 4 prizes remaining. Fighting Knuckle, dealing 120 damage plus 120 more damage if it's a Pokemon V. So 240 damage, 270 damage with the Choice Belt, minus 20, 250 damage. Easily takes care of my Moltres V. Now, this is intimidating because you're already up 2 prizes. And now I don't necessarily want to go in with my Arceus because it's just an easy knockout for you. However, going in with the Arceus will make it so that I can potentially sweep at the end of the game. So we'll promote this guy and see what's up. Find a switch. I've got another Dark Patch to accelerate.
It seems that you have updated your prizes instead of mine.
Ah, thank you. Yes. I think I have a switched. Do I always sit on? I guess I do always sit on that side, huh? Yes, anyways. Thank you for the catch there, Zealy. I will use Dark Patch to accelerate another energy to my Darkrai VSTAR. And then can either Marnie or Research. And I'm not sure that I can afford to 2-hit KO this thing, but 3, 6, 9, 12. I don't think that I'm going to be ramping up to 1-hit KO damage this turn. So I guess I'll just attach to the Arceus VSTAR and use Research to draw 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. Still no Stadium, unfortunately. So that path is going to be sticking. And what I have to do is just use Arceus VSTAR's Trinity Nova attack to accelerate 3 energy onto my big Darkrai VSTAR on the bench, which now has 6 energy on it, which is way too much energy.
Draw for turn.
Yeah.
Air Balloon. Attach. Ultra Ball.
Yep.
And I think I just checkmate you at this point.
If you can set up the
V-Star attack.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the V-Star attack. That's so brutal. Yes, the V-Star power is so good on Lucario. Lucario VSTAR has the Aura Star attack, which does 70 damage times the number of energy your opponent has in play. Absolutely crazy.
Bibarel for 4.
Yep.
And I will attack for knockout.
Okay. And Zealy's going to go down to just 2 prizes remaining. I can promote my Darkrai and draw. I don't, unfortunately, have access to any of my abilities or anything like that. I mean, something theoretically I could do would be take a knockout with Galarian Moltres, and then try to sweep with 1 Darkrai. So that could be good with me, for me, but I don't have that option right now on the board. But I can bench this for no effect, Dark Patch, and now I'm doing 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 270 damage. Boss's orders just to show that I could. And I can use Darkrai VSTAR to 1-hit KO a clean Lucario VSTAR. which is pretty cool. So I'll take my 2 prizes.
And then VSTAR.
Yeah,
for 560, 590, 570.
Count it up. 570 damage. And yeah, Zelia's going to be taking the first game. That was a tough one for me. I was never able to counter the Path to the Peak. But I think that this matchup can be closer than that game showed. I did prize 2 of my Jubilife there. So that was going to be very bad, pretty much no matter what. Good luck. I will be going first. Draw for turn. And I have got a Quick Ball. I'll probably be using Quick Ball to discard this boss's orders and search the deck, probably just for a Darkrai would be good. Galarian Moltres also a good option, but getting Darkrai set up seems like a decent thing to do, so we're going to do that. And then I just have a Darkness Energy to attach to my active, and I don't think that I have too much more to worry about. You can't attack with Galarian Zapdos on the first turn of the game.
If I get lucky with some pickaxes.
I did not think about that, but I still think I'm fine. Okay, so I'm going to attach my Darkness Energy to the Arceus, and then attach the Air Balloon to the Darkrai, and I'll pass to you.
Unfortunate, but looks like that's the position that I have been left in to discard 2 Path to the Peak.
Oh, yikes. Now, who are you going for off the initial search, Zelia?
I think Lucario seems like the safest option.
Just setting up Lucario. The
I think
Zapdos is
so.
nice because it can swing in at any point.
Yes, like once my paths get bumped, I can just bring it up and do something with it.
Right.
Because you play Crobat, you play the Arceus VSTAR, and like you are gonna use the Arceus VSTAR at some point.
Definitely. Yes, the Zapdos is like, I think the Galarian Zapdos is a card that's just going to go kind of up in power. Oh, the Path turn 1 again. And a Research. That is a very strong turn 1 for sure. Having 3 Path down, though, I am just hoping that maybe I can find one. Find a counter to that Path off of this draw. Worst comes to worst, though.
And
Arceus,
pass to you.
Okay, cool. Arceus V does have, I'm going to evolve Darkrai V into Darkrai VSTAR. Arceus V does have the Trinity Charge attack, which I can use to get this party started. I'm going to use Research to discard my hand and draw 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and get the party started is something we will have to do. So I'm going to attach this Darkness Energy to the Arceus V, and then with that Path chilling there, I'm going to have to Quick Ball away this Crobat, and I think we're just going for a second Darkrai V. I am playing 3 stadiums in here, so a decent chunk of stadiums. But Path is just, it is just a very powerful card, and can really stick any deck if your opponent just doesn't have the cards to draw out of it. Because I can't use my Arceus VSTAR's VSTAR power. I mean, I had the Ultra Ball off of that Research, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I would have had the turn 2 Trinity Charge, but or Trinity Nova, but have to just settle for a Trinity Charge instead. So we're going to use Trinity Charge on Arceus V and accelerate some energy to my bench Pokemon, 2 onto this Darkrai, and 1 onto my other one. Pass to you.
Draw for turn. Attach. Marnie.
Okay. Well, I had a Research in my hand. I am very much hoping that Zelia does not get the attack with the Lucario VSTAR off of this. It's looking like a pretty good draw there, though. Ooh, boy. Okay, so literally all you need is the VSTAR now.
Or a choice band.
Or a choice band. Oh, my gosh. Okay. This is bad. Those paths are brutal for sure. Lucario VSTAR or the choice band.
Industrious incisors for 4.
Yep. We'll get it.
Pickaxe.
Yep. The gritty pickaxe. And you've got a Primate Wisdom, right? You can dig one more card. Nice, the Rod can put a Lucario back into the deck. And the anticipation grows.
So theoretically, I would love an Ultra Ball or the VSTAR.
Yeah, the gritty pickaxe is really cool. It's an item card that requires that you do have to reveal the top card of the deck.
Oh, you do reveal it?
Yeah, you have to reveal. And then if it's an energy card, you can attach it to one of your bench fighting Pokemon. Can't go to the active.
Primate Wisdom.
Yep. All right, into Bidoof. I'm very thankful that Zealy whiffed here because I got Marnie pathed into some.
The double turbo is after or before weakness.
Before weakness,
that's
yeah.
cringe. Yeah, pass.
Okay. Cool. Arceus lives. Draw. And my Greninja is once again not doing anything, but it's cool. At this point, I'm going to have a lot of energy in play, so that's dope. I'm just going to use Trinity Charge again and get some more energy onto my Darkrai. So we're going to go 1, 2, and 3.
Draw for turn.
Yep.
Boss.
Okay.
Industrious incisors for 2.
Yep. Oh, I guess if you get the VMAX, you could have used the VSTAR attack, right?
Primate Wisdom.
So we're still digging for the VMAX here. Does not find the VSTAR.
And
might have said
pass.
VMAX, yeah. Does not find the VSTAR, so my Darkrai VSTAR lives through the turn. Wow, that is crazy. So, I mean, I'm ready to rock and roll now. I don't have any abilities. I'm not really doing anything, but it's cool. I'll drop a Greninja, and I'm going to put the... I'm going to put the... I'm going to switch into the Arceus and attach an energy to it and use the Arceus's attack, actually, which will allow me to take a knockout. Power Edge. Very good.
Draw for turn.
I think I'd rather sack the Arceus at this point than any of my Darkrai's. The Darkrai's are way more powerful, so I'm going to protect these fellas. Maybe one of these days I'll draw into one of my 3 stadiums and I'll get to use my cool abilities that I've been really anxious to try out.
Boss.
Okay, he's coming back up. He's going for it again. Surely an Industrious Incisors for 3.
For 3.
does find the Lucario VSTAR finally.
Finally.
Yeah.
Primate Wisdom. And VSTAR for knockout.
Yes, that is annoying. Zeely is going to go to just 4 prize cards remaining, but I have finally found a supporter card off my prizes. So I'm going to promote my own Darkrai and draw. How many cards are in your hand?
5.
5, huh? Let's see. I think I'm just going to research and draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I still have not found my my stadium.
You're mad.
I'm livid, actually. Yes, I'm quite mad. This is ridiculous. At this point, I've drawn so many cards. You think that I would find one of them? Fine. I'm gonna evolve into Arceus VSTAR. I'm gonna bench this Darkrai. So I've been essentially playing this entire match with no abilities. I'm going to use Quick Ball away in Arceus. And get Galarian Moltres. And I am still able to get the knockouts, even without, which is crazy, right? Because I've got this Galarian Moltres, and Galarian Moltres can use its Malevolent Charge ability to bring 2 more Darkness Energy down into play. So we're going to do that. And, now, Darkrai VSTAR can do, let's count it up, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, plus the 30, 27, and we will use Dark Pulse for the knockouts and go down to just 3 prizes remaining.
Gritty Pickaxe.
Yep. I do really like the Galarian Moltres because now, if Zeely does take a knockout, I mean, Galarian Moltres is just a powerhouse of an attacker. It does a lot. And hilariously, the Lucario VSTAR, if you have a double turbo energy on it, does not actually take the knockout on Galarian Moltres either. Raihan. And what are you searching out here, Zeely?
So I grabbed the Choice Band because if I hit the Ultra Ball or VSTAR off of the Bibarel, I can knock out your Darkrai.
Okay.
I'm gonna check just to see if something else is in there. Cool. I do have a boss left in there.
I would love to get to use some of my abilities. It looks like potentially this next turn could have that option. And 3?
Industrious Incisors for 3. Ooh.
The VSTAR not showing up to work again.
Nope.
Okay.
I don't think I've played a single Ultra Ball this game either.
Oh, he sounds bad.
I had one, turn 1.
What's it like to not hit what you need? What's it like?
Oh, I can Primate Wisdom still too.
Ooh.
Still no. Do that. That doesn't do anything. So
Yes, feed me.
treat and pass.
Draw. I love the experience share in this deck too, because you get it, you just slap it down, and just helps boost your damage for the rest of the game. So I really like that. I'm going to evolve into Darkrai VSTAR. And then taking a look at my hand, I do finally have a Jubilife. So I'm going to put that into play. And I'm probably not going to be using it, but just to counter the path is so good. And then I have the option to use my Arceus VSTAR's VSTAR power. So I am going to do that. I am going to use Arceus VSTAR's VSTAR power. And this is why I said it's just so good to be able to choose, right? Because sometimes you're going to want to do a computer search, and sometimes you're going to want to do a dowsing machine, right? So this is one of those situations where we definitely want to use the computer search effect, right? I'm going to grab 2 cards out of my deck with the Arceus VSTAR, and then put those into my hand. Use experience share here. And Boss's orders the Lucario with all of the energy on it. Choice belt to my Arceus. Retreats. And I am going to use Arceus VSTAR's Trinity Nova. 230 damage. And then I can go get... there's only 1 Darkness energy left in my deck, but it's fine. We'll accelerate that onto the Darkrai VSTAR and take my 2 prizes.
Draw for turn. Path.
Yep.
Marnie.
Okay. Experience Share is a funny card. It is one of those cards that just like occasionally we'll see some play sometimes. It's never been a meta-defining card because it can usually just get countered by Tool Scrapper or, you know, whatever. But it is a card that has its uses. And I think that in a deck like this that's just trying to overwhelm the board with energy, 1 experience share makes sense. You can also get it back if you wanted to with Darkrai's VSTAR power, but a lot of times you are going to want to get just Dark Patches back and just really utilize those.
Big barrel for 4.
Yep.
And I will attack with Lucario for knockout.
Okay. I've got... Maybe attacking with that was a mistake. We'll see, though. Draw my card. And I've got Galarian Moltres V. Oh, but the experience share takes an energy, too.
You already drew a card.
Oh, I already drew a card, huh? Did I already draw a card, eh? I've got Dark Patch as well. That's got to be it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, cool. So Dark Patch here. And then 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 270 damage. And we take the game with Darkrai VSTAR. Getting in there with Dark Pulse. Good stuff. And I only had 1 turn of abilities that game.
Yep.
Which is crazy, and we were still able to take the win.
And I missed Lucario twice, and it was still really close, too.
It was, yeah. So
if I didn't let you use that experience share.
I think that the 2 prize decks are just a lot more fun. It's really refreshing to play like a 2 prize meta, honestly.
It's weird. Like, it feels weird to me now doing it. Like, it feels great to actually be able to have more than like 3 turns in a game.
Yep.
But it feels weird to it feels like you're doing so much for only 2 prizes.
But I'll take it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll take it.
It's gonna take some getting used to, but I definitely think it's worth it.
Yes, 1-hit KOs should be hard to come by.
Yep.
Personally, I think that you should have to build a board. 1-hit KOs should be pretty tough to obtain. So I definitely like the. I kind of like the general direction of the VSTARs. They're really starting to grow on me. I think that they're good. There are some very good single prizers as well. I think that the Moltres is just going to continue to be one of the best single prizers in the Pokemon TCG, especially since at the end of the game it can hit that magic 270, which is right around where all of the Pokemon VSTARs are going to end up, right? And as I was saying to the earlier crowd, obviously these cards don't come out in English for a while, but it's like a preview. We're doing a sneak preview of cards that are legal in Japan right now. So think of it as like a Japanese meta exhibition.
It's like a cultural exchange program. They play TCGO, they get to see our format, now we get to see theirs.
It's the exact same thing, right? They play TCGO to experience our format, yeah, and now we're playing tabletop to experience theirs.
Yep.
Now, I'm not going to go backwards and allow cards that they allow for their tournaments, like, Chaotic Swell and all that.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
Although that would be really fun.
Yeah. We're going to. There's really no point in kind of like re-legalizing those cards for us that are no longer legal in standard format. But it is definitely fun to just get to experience these cards that are legal in Japan in kind of like a casual, fun exhibition setting. That's really what we're going for with the sets. And it also just brings some value to the tabletop gameplay because we're able to show off cards that can't be shown off on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. So that's something that I really like about tabletop content is that it's different, right? It's just different. We can do different things. So very excited about that.
I will choose to go first for this match.
All right. A Darkrai. Good luck.
Good luck. Have fun. Draw for turn.
The Galarian Zapdos start is really scary for me because Zeely can just get things started with Thunderous Kick if I bench too many Pokemon V. And the thing is that, yeah, most of my deck is... Yeah, I got Pokemon V in here. That's just what it does. There are quite a few of them.
I definitely have a lackluster opening hand, which is unfortunate, but just gotta play along with it and pass to you.
Okay. I'm going to draw for turn. And I have got... Nice. My first usage of the Greninja VSTAR. I can't believe it. Or the Greninja... Radiant Greninja, or whatever you want to call it. Sparkling Radiance. The shiny guy. Here he is, the shiny frog, finally. And I'm going to use the shiny frog's ninja draw ability to discard an energy and draw 2 cards. And, so I think I want to Ultra Ball away Cyrus. And, I mean, I'm kind of just hoping that my other Arceus VSTAR is not prized, but I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to Ultra Ball away Moss's Orders and Arceus VSTAR, because you only need 1. Yep, so the other one's not prized. That's good. I'm going to get Arceus V onto the bench, and then I'm going to attach a Darkness Energy to it, and I'm going to say you don't have Energy Boss in that hand, or else you would have attached an energy last turn.
Yep.
So I'm going to bench this, put Jubilife down, and I finally get to use that Jubilife Stadium I've been talking about. Budget Beach. We got beach at home. Shuffle draw 5. Great way to kick off the game, definitely. It's like playing a little supporter card to end your turn. Really, really nice way to refresh the hand and get the game kicked off. I'm a big fan of this card, and I think it's going to be one of the better stadium cards. In the future of the Pokemon TCG, because it's just such a nice vanilla stadium card that can be used in any deck. It helps any deck set up and brick less. All right, and it's your go.
Draw for turn. Bibarel. Industrious Incisors for 1. And
it's tough because if you play the path, then you can't
turn
attack,
that off,
right?
And I also can't Jubilife.
Right. So you have to choose: do you attack or do you Jubilife? It's a tough decision, really.
I think I feel most comfortable with letting this go down, and then I'll just Jubilife.
I think that makes sense, right?
Because assuming you don't have like boss or something to kill that, then I still have this as an option.
Right. I think that that's fair. All right, so Jubilife getting a little bit of action in Game 3. I'll draw for turn. And I've got my Arceus VSTAR. I've got Greninja, so I'm going to use the Radiant Greninja to discard an energy and draw 2 cards. And then, unfortunately, I did not hit the switch or the air balloon. I could have brought up the Zapdos and potentially knocked it out. Let's use Dark Patch. I'm going to use Dark Patch to accelerate an energy to my Darkrai V. And then I can put an experience share on the Radiant Greninja. And what's cool is that this thing will probably never get gusted. So I can just let it accumulate energy here on the bench. And it's only got a retreat of 1, so it's not going to get stuck either. So I have a choice to make now. I've got my Arceus VSTAR in the active spot. And I can use my Starbirth power now. I could get double turbo energy and switch, but then I'm not doing enough energy with the boss's orders to knock that guy out. Or I could just Marnie and say, all right, if I find a... Yeah, I think Marnie's safe, so I'm going to do Marnie. Set that nice 5-card hand you just got to 4 instead. And then I've still got my VSTAR power that I can use to get started. If I knock out your Bibarel, I'm setting you to 4 and knocking out your draw engine, which could obviously be very good. So I'm going to see 5 cards. Okay. And I'm going to use my VSTAR power to go into the deck and get an air balloon and a double turbo energy. Attach the double turbo energy for turn to my Arceus. And then what's really exciting is that I can, I guess, this is like irresponsible or, yeah, it's fine. I'm going to charge the Moltres down into play and then retreats and use Arceus VSTAR's Trinity Nova to take the knockouts and accelerate some more energy onto my board. So we've got 1 here and 1 here and 1 here. Cool.
Cool.
And I'll take my 1 prize.
Draw for turn.
And it's your go.
Attach. And then Galarian Zapdos for knockout.
Cool. It's actually a pretty decent turn for you, like all things considered, right?
I got the energy, I got the Lucario. That's pretty much all I wanted.
Right. I mean, it's like a bare minimum, but I mean, it did hit the minimum. All right, so the stadium's still out.
Yeah, not being able to play the path was unfortunate, but I'll take what I can get.
Exactly. Being able to trade there with that knockout is still very good. So I'm going to promote my Darkrai V with the air balloon on it. And, before I draw my card, we'll pass the energy with the experience share and draw for turn. I've got a Darkrai VSTAR here, and I've got 1 darkness energy in my discard pile. So I'm going to bench Galarian Moltres and use its Dire Flame Wings ability to charge an extra energy into play. Retreat for free into my Darkrai VSTAR, and Darkrai VSTAR is going to be swinging with its Dark Pulse attack. 4, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 270 damage, taking the knockouts, and I will take 2 prize cards, going to just 3 prizes remaining. All right, the path comes down.
And pass.
Ooh,
yep.
Nothing there, unfortunately. I've got another Darkrai VSTAR, and I'm doing 270 damage. So we're just going to do Dark Pulse for the knockouts, and that's game, baby.
It was so promising game 1. It really let me down.
It seemed like you had it wrapped up, but I do think that, I mean, Darkrai, when it gets to that 270, 280 number, I mean, it's just like rolling.
Yep.
There's no stopping it.
I missed 1 turn, and that's it.
Yeah, missed 1 turn. I mean, you had like a little bit of like an awkward start there. The Jubilife We both used Jubilife that game.
The Jubilife was insane that I got, and then the Marnie was horrendous.
The Marnie off of the Jubilife was unfortunately did not do it. So I think that's, game one, it was obvious. You got to really show the strength of that deck
Yes.
game one,
Yep.
which was
Game two was
perfect.
even close too.
And game two was close. A couple of really tough whiffs in game two. And then I think game three, we really got to see what makes this deck good. The turn to Arceus into Darkrai, and getting to just like slam down Galarian Moltres, +2 energy, Galarian Moltres V, Dire Flame Wings, plus an energy. Even got to use the Radiant Greninja, which was pretty sick.
Yeah, the Radiant Greninja, very cool. And it pairs well with Dark Patch. So imagine like energy discard, you draw a Dark Patch and just get to go crazy off that.
Exactly. So that synergy is really nice as well.
That about wraps it up for Darkrai VSTAR versus Lucario VSTAR. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/TrickyJim, where I stream live Pokemon trading card game content just like this every single weekday. Now, y'all have a great day. Peace.